I hope no one misunderstands me. I am not sharing this experience in order to make SCJ seem positive. That is why I wrote what I learned or gained through SCJ experience, not SCJ. Of course, SCJ is a place where you must leave. When you are to look at a certain experience, the way how you define that experience influences your upcoming future. Even though there were good things within that experience, if you just define that experience bad and deny your past or try to erase your memory, it wouldn't be that easy. Impossible. I tried to do that, but it was so painful. From now on, I would like to share what I learned, realized, and gained through SCJ experience. When I was a student, I was afraid what if my teacher points at me to do the speech. So I tried to be out of my teacher's sight. While doing team projects, I usually did the research or made PowerPoint. I hated speech. But as many people already know, SCJ members practice speech a lot. If they have to do the counseling or BB, which is SCJ Bible study, they practice harder. Out on the streets, you have to stop them and make them listen to your words. You should persuade people whom you first met. During the interview or counseling, you have to draw inner stories from them. Even during the SCJ gathering or feedback meetings, you have to report in front of people, do the presentation. Through these diverse experiences and practice in SCJ, I no longer had a fear doing the presentation in front of people. My professor gave me compliments for my speech as well. In that sense, the training I got in SCJ, the experience I had in SCJ was quite useful in my school life, also while meeting with friends and in my daily lives. My experience in work office meeting as a person in charge and moderator was also useful, writing introduction scripts to pro-religious leaders' fields. This is sort of an ice-breaking, making their heart soft in order to listen to our words, and moderating the discussion in order to achieve inner goals. Anyways, H2PL work was very special experience to me, which I might not be able to do that again in the future. Honestly, there were moments when you think like, unless having faith, I would have already had a mental problem. When I retrace myself, I think I was mentally strong since I endured and overcame each time. Or maybe because of the hope which SCJ showed me. Or maybe it was just self-licensing or a spell in order to endure and survive. There are many ways to relieve stress, and I wholesomely relieved my stress through hobbies such as reading books, traveling, or enjoying cultural life, and also through my life of faith in SCJ. Before entering SCJ, I had a great fear when I thought of death and afterlife. I even thought, why do people suicide? How can they do that? In SCJ, I was taught people die because of their sin, so I was so negative about death. There were moments I felt worth dying, especially when my life of faith in SCJ was so harsh, but I couldn't say I want to die in SCJ. So I remember at the time I was almost going crazy. In addition, SCJ educates members a lot. Mental education, mind training. I even made Telegram chat room named Mind Training and posted Manhee Lee's words and phrases, tribe leaders' educative words, and etc., which was helpful to make my mindset upright. I still have those. If I have a chance, I will open and share how members are being mentally educated. While working in H2PL, I had a chance to meet and communicate with diverse people with different nationalities, religions, and backgrounds, which I could broaden my view and mind. I also thought about diversity, but SCJ doesn't respect diversity. They want to unite as one. Of course, with SCJ standard. This was a dilemma for me. Each and every person has own tradition and characteristic. In order to recruit people, I did lots of interviews and met many diverse people. I think I enjoyed listening to others' stories. Being an interviewer was exciting for me. I guess I had a talent for that. Since I met many diverse people, I somehow had a sense of figuring out people. Also, I learned how to understand others. And there were quite a few people that I thought who hurt their inner self. While I was in SCJ, I went abroad 3 times as a delegation. I was once liaisoning religious figures alone abroad. When I think of it, I wasn't afraid at that time. I was 100% sure God was with me, so I had nothing to fear. Wow, there's only one person, which is me, who has the word of light here in this big country. I thought like this. Quite thrilling and overwhelming at the same time. English ability, simultaneous interpretation and translation experience. Thanks to this experience, I sometimes did short part-time related with interpretation and translation. For your information, I am not a professional, so I lack some parts. I just had to face the situation meeting and communicating with foreigners since I had to do so. Luckily, because of the H2PL work I did, my English skill improved a lot, which Korean public education cannot satisfy. I have many experiences I thought like, when can I experience these again in my lifetime? This is the only time and chance I can do this. I was thankful at the time. I have more special experiences, but those are too personal, so I will wrap up here. While in SCJ, I thought like, is this the life of faith? On Wednesdays and Sundays, I had to be at service, no absence allowed. Praying for brothers and sisters in one faith, having prayer meeting, prayer gathering, sharing words, doing God's work with one same hope and goal. When I was going through difficult times, I begged God, prayed to God, talking to God even when I was getting on the bus, while on the way, and etc. I had many moments when I felt God was with me through people or situation around me, almost all the time. In SCJ, I tried to figure out in each and every moment what the meaning of this incident or situation is. What does God want me to know from this? I do agree I had some parts I could not understand God. I sometimes misunderstood Him. After I left SCJ, I am now solving that problem, solving my misunderstanding about Him. I want to. I experienced His absence as well. Since I left SCJ, I experienced many diverse things, and even now. If I could not accept or understand, I couldn't persuade others as well. So I studied a lot and tried hard. For example, I had to persuade religious representatives to work for world peace together. But if I speak like a robot, how would they be persuaded? So I watched documentaries and movies related with wars, books and theses about world peace. I made my heart grow bigger towards the hope for world peace so that my sincere and passionate heart towards world peace can be delivered to others as well. Of course, I sometimes confronted opposing opinions. I also studied and prepared in order to persuade those religious figures who were skeptical about achieving world peace. Whatsoever, I studied and prepared a lot in order to look like a professional, like an expert, as if I worked in H2PL for a long time. From the establishment of H2PL till now, I made materials which show big achievements of H2PL, categorizing by year and theme. Honestly, I was the best within my team. I tried to be always prepared so that whenever a religious figure asked me questions, I can answer. Many people complimented me that I looked like a professional. The reason I did like that was, of course, I had high standard for myself, but more because of my duty to glorify God's work and introduce God's work wonderfully. For them, it is not from Manhee Lee whom they first get to know about H2PL, but me. Anyways, I did my best with sense of duty. After leaving SCJ, I think I haven't found a job or work yet equivalent to H2PL work. On the process, I'm concerned and doubtful whether I can find that kind of job or work in the future or not. If so, I wonder if it will be possible for me to spend my energy like that. But since I consumed myself so much there that I had burnout, I don't want to be like that again. Honestly, I feel my 4-year experience in H2PL was like working for the company for 4 years without any salary. I had quite a few opportunities to self-examine myself. For example, I did pre- and post-feedbacks before and after the work office meetings, shared what I lacked and how I can improve next time. Also checked my statements and checked my faith as well. Regarding psychological studies, I tried to understand myself first. I got to know about myself, that I have this kind of image in this kind of situation, my characteristic, nature, potential, parts to improve and supplement, and etc. Certain part about myself which I considered good in SCJ seemed alerting when I left SCJ. I also got many wisdoms of life. I enjoy reading books. I love experiencing things from books through the author of the book. I can sympathize with the author, can get wisdom from the author, but only few things remain inside me. I got many wisdoms through my personal experience rather than from others' experiences. I realized many things as well, how dangerous it is to blindly follow and believe in things. I became careful of my eyesight getting narrow and become like a frog in the well. Whether I believe in things which I want to believe by only listening to one side opinion or not. I tried to doubt once again about the things which I thought 100% sure. I cannot explain with words well, but there are so many things which seem new and fresh to me within my daily lives. And I am learning how to be alerted of arrogance and how to take care of myself. When I was in SCJ, my self-examination or introspection were more like an uncomfortable self-censorship. But now I feel like I am really self-examining myself, which is healthy. I reflect myself when I look at others. It's not that I didn't do this in SCJ, but it wasn't easy. Maintaining humbleness, not being arrogant, and reflecting myself first before looking at others are not easy in SCJ. I will explain why later. I shared what came in my mind through this video. If you have more things to share, please share as a comment. I was okay, but right before I tried to upload this video, I had resentful, furiousness, and depressed feelings inside my heart. So I could not share this video, what I learned or gained. I didn't want to. But now I became okay and could share this. I would like to thank God and people around me who kept inviting me to light with love.